You know, my children said to me early on when I was racing, "Why do you do this, Dad?" You know, it's expensive and it's a heartbreak because most times you don't win. That's true. But when you do, there is nothing else like it.
It's just a unique track. It's different than most of the purpose-built tracks we run. I mean, it's an old airport. It's rough, it's brutal. It's what I consider to be the hardest track to win a race on because it's so brutal on the cars. It's a test of the cars and the drivers.
It's the ultimate test for a car. Manufacturers go there to test, to break the car. You win there, I mean, it's a huge achievement.
There's no other race like Sebring. I mean, it's high speed, it's, you know, the corners are high speed. It's really fun to watch. There's always a great crowd there. I mean,
You can never have it all figured out, never. And you can apply yourself and figure something out, and then there's something new. And so the challenge is constantly evolving.
It's an iconic event. It's a race that I think anybody in endurance racing and even in sports car racing knows is one of the events that you want to try to be successful in sometime. You want to win that race.
We had high expectations going into this race because A, we were fast here in November, and B, you know, even just the last few races in general, going back to, you know, even Daytona this year, we've had a really good car and we've had a really solid team effort, and it's just all fallen apart because of something that's out of our control, right? You know, and in November it was getting hit by a car that we were passing, and in Daytona it was two cars behind us hit each other, and then we got tangled up from that.
I knew that we should have a good car for Sebring based on the previous event there. We struggled in practice a little bit, which was a little bit of a surprise that we struggled so much. But you know, being with this team now for over 10 years, I know that we always are very strong in the race.
Welcome along to the more built one at 12 hours of Sebring.
It's a long race, so you figure, well, we'll be fine. And sure enough, first lap of the race, we have a big hit.
There is damage to the left front nose cone on that number 5 car.
Yellow comes out. There's, you know, pits don't open, so there we are pitting under green to fix damage when we go back to, you know, to green, which is no big deal. But you know, you're thinking that isn't the way we want to start the race. Then just seemed like the hits kept coming all day long.
We bring 4 noses to the track, and I can't think of any time before that we've ever used all 4 noses in a race. I mean, we were rotating through noses at just a ridiculous pace, and it seemed like every time we put one on, it would just get, you know, and have chunks knocked right back off again.
It was a fist fight. The whole race was just a fist fight.
you know, it's 12 hours. So if you start thinking, well, you've already lost the race, well, then you're going to already start making mistakes mentally. So you just focus, you do your job, make sure you don't make any mistakes.
We were a lap down for probably 10 or 10 and a half hours of the race.
And so for literally the first 10 hours of the race, it's just like really frustrating nightmare where you can't believe you just can't ever get into the race.
In races like that, endurance races, there's always a chance for you to come back.
We were running competitive lap times. We weren't losing ground, but we just seemed to be stuck.
Knowing that you're this close and that you actually have pace and that, you know, it's just hard to be really excited about it when you're lapped down going, oh, I know we could do it, but we're not quite there. But we have the pace, we got the opportunity.
When we got Loic in the car, we managed to claw back a lap and a half, and once Seb got in, we managed to work our way back to the lead lap, and then when you're on the lead lap there with 2 hours to go in a race, you got a chance, you always have a chance.